everyone,
Hi.
Happy New Year, welcome to 2021. And yeah, so last night we watched the new episode of Doctor Who. It's back.
Yes, well, for now, we got a nice special to ring in the new year, Revolution of the Daleks. And on the whole, I thought it was okay.
Okay, we've got a lot to talk about.
Absolutely.
Going into the good points here from the show last night. John Barrowman, guys.
Yes.
John Barrowman.
Yeah, we saw him briefly in the previous season, but now he's back for a full adventure on this one. And probably had the best line of the night. Well, not him, but inadvertently with him, with looks like you've had some work done. Bit cheeky, but pretty fun.
Pretty true as well. Yeah, I always love it when Jack's in it. I think he's great, and I hope he'll always be, a bit of a glue that kind of holds the show together. Sometimes when he's there, he always has a sense about him, doesn't he? And a bit of a
presence. Yeah.
Yeah, he's great.
Another returning character is Jack Robertson, who you might have remembered from the Arachnids in the UK episode of Doctor Who. He's back in his sleazebag ways, and he's the one that's pretty much done these new Daleks, these new drone security Daleks, Defence Force type of things, that has found its way to become rampant around the world and in the UK particularly. So it was kind of good to see him back there, and I kind of like this new concept of these defense drone Daleks and how they sort of came about. I thought that was a pretty clever idea.
Speaking of Daleks as well, I found the alien type ones just absolutely terrifying, and they were everywhere. And when they cling onto someone's back, I hate it. I think it's just awful and horrible, but I presume that was the point.
Yeah, I liked that they brought some of the old sound effects from the 70s from this one. I heard like the sort of the Dalek incubation rooms and some of the alarm bells that was going off. And speaking of which, we had some bronze Daleks. They've come back. They were basically called SAS Daleks. They were used as a ruse for the Doctor to basically wipe out the security drone Daleks. So you had a big old civil war going off in there, which I kind of was thinking about. I didn't expect this to actually happen in this episode, but I thought, it would be great to have another Dalek civil war come into this new version of Doctor Who.
We also had the departure of Graham and Ryan in this episode. I think a lot of us knew it was coming as well, especially with Graham, because, spoilers.
So, yeah, this kind of leads me into a bit of a bad point with this one. Not for the two actors, they were brilliant, but just a bit of wasted material. So, start off with Ryan, and this is a bit of a problem with the story as a whole, all the emotional or weight to the story was all done off screen. Ryan mentioned that he wanted to stay because he's made friends again. It's been 10 months since he's last seen the Doctor, who has been stuck in space. And he wants to sort of stay on Earth and protect the Earth and sort of reconnect with his friends and loved ones. And Graham was the same. As much as he wanted to be with the Doctor,
he wanted to see his grandson.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's fair enough. Yeah. And yeah, that was all kind of done a little bit off screen. So I feel like there's a bit of wasted potential that's gone there. If we sort of look back from the previous two seasons, I would have liked Graham to have been the reluctant traveller, because his wife kind of died by the consequences of the Doctor's actions inadvertently, and I thought it would have been really good to have that dynamic of Ryan sort of saying, "Oh no, she's a good guy, she's a good person." Sorry, but Graham being very, very reluctant, and then in the end, sort of like slowly gone, "Do you know what? Yeah, there's aliens in Sheffield. It is fun. It's also dangerous, but it is, it is an adventure of a lifetime." That would have been a really good story out for Graham, and just gave Bradley Walsh a bit more to do.
Yeah, I get what you mean with the wasted material type of thing. It kind of was more like you was told what's happened. You didn't see any of it. And I think as a Doctor Who fan, you probably would have wanted to see those bits as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So, with the big Dalek battle, that didn't really happen. You saw a couple of shots with the SAS Daleks and the security drone Daleks, but it just didn't really materialise. You had one of the security Daleks turning up on the Dalek ship and going, "Wait, I'm the last one. Please don't kill me. I can be pure, promise you." And it's like, "Nope, we're going to wipe you out." And it's a bit like Jack Harkness. He kind of disappeared at the end of this episode. You just hear a little radio thing sort of mentioning, "Oh, I'm off to see Gwen now from Torchwood," which was nice little reference, but again, would have been nice.
We could have seen a few minutes of that, a couple of seconds.
Not
even.
like a, I'm off now, bye.
Yeah,
You know, it's a bit wasted.
Yeah.
So I thought, and I'm thinking quite a few people thought, that it is just going to be the Doctor and Yaz going into the next series. But oh no, we have a new companion turning up, and he's called Dan, and he's going to be played by comedian John Bishop. So we've just had one comedian go and a new comedian come in.
I know, you came downstairs and you showed me and you was like, oh, look at this. And I was like, John Bishop! John Bishop, of all the people. Do you know what would have been good now, actually, thinking about it, if they wanted to chuck another comedian in there? Why not have had Lee Evans?
Oh, yeah. Well, he did turn up in one episode of Doctor
That
Who,
would have boosted the ratings up. That would have been hilarious. But John Bishop, why?
I'm reserving judgment. You know, we've had comedians like Catherine Tate is the biggest example. I've missed on her so much, and I think everyone else was a bit like that when Billie Piper was announced to be in Doctor Who, and again did a fantastic job.
Yeah, we could be surprised.
I think so. So reserving judgment, but a big surprise nonetheless.
Yeah, so on the whole, I thought it was an okay episode. I think people are going to be quite invested at the minute. You know, it's come on New Year's Day. Everyone's, you know, amazing, pleased that it's back. I just hope the writing's good for the rest of the season. I think it's all set up now. It's all kind of ready in there. So I just hope the writing's good. So I think people will stick to it if the writing's okay.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one. It's fair to say that it has been a mixed bag under the Chris Chibnall era. They've got so much potential to carry on with that hard reset for the Doctor's character, as you can see from The Timeless Child. So will they be able to pull it off? I'm still a bit on the fence with that one, but it's got to be top notch throughout. I kind of feel, and I think it's more coincidence rather than anything, that since it kind of moved to a Sunday, and since now the specials have been on New Year's rather than Christmas Day, I feel like there's been a bit less of an importance to it.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
It just
like it's taken a back seat kind of thing.
Yeah. So I'm quite fascinated to see what you guys think. Do you feel that Doctor Who's still in the mainstream? I mean, obviously it's still got a lot of diehard followers, myself included. But do you feel it's kind of took a bit of a backseat? So on the whole, I did enjoy it. It was a good hour and change of material for Doctor Who on New Year's Day. I do feel that Remembrance of the Daleks did a better job of the whole Dalek Civil War, so please check that out. I'm sure it's on BritBox or Netflix. Just find some classic Who and watch that particular story. It is a brilliant one. I do like to add that it was nice to see the weeping angels and the silence in the whole prison that the Doctor was in. That was really good. And a nice little Harry Potter reference in there as well. So looking forward to some classic villains coming into the new series, but let's see what happens.
But we're extremely eager to know what you guys thought of the Doctor Who episode last night. Like you said, there's going to be a lot of fans out there that absolutely loved it. And I'm sure there's going to be people out there that didn't like it so much. But please put your comments below. And yeah, we'd love to hear from you.
Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And we'll see you again soon for some more reviews. Take care, everyone. Have a great new year.
Bye.
Bye.